Well, 1 in 6 San Antonians has type 2 diabetes, and a third of San Antonians are pre-diabetic. March 28th is Diabetes Alert Day, a one-day wake-up call that focuses on the seriousness of diabetes and the importance of understanding your risk.
So joining us in today's leading essay segment is Dr. Carolina Solis-Herrera, Chief of Endocrinology at UT Health San Antonio. Good morning, doctor. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Good morning, Max, Sarah. Thank you for having me.
So just to start off, can you explain the difference between type 1 and type 2 diabetes?
Of course, type 1 diabetes is a disorder where you develop antibodies against your pancreas, which is the organ that produces insulin and lowers your glucose. It's more common in children, and it's about 5% of all the diabetes that we see. Type 2 diabetes is the most common form of diabetes. It's about 95% of all the forms of diabetes. And it's the one that is associated with some risk factors that we will discuss in a few minutes. But that is more a form of insulin resistance when you generally are sedentary, overweight, and you have family history of diabetes.
So according to the CDC, more than half of Hispanics, Latino adults are expected to develop type 2 diabetes in their lifetime. So why is that?
So we believe that in part is genetics. Diabetes is a very polygenetic disease. So in minorities, in Hispanics, African Americans, of course, in San Antonio, about 60% of the population is Hispanic. So all of us, most of us are at risk. If you have history of being overweight or obese, and about 70% of Americans are overweight, and about 50% of Americans are obese. So most of us are at risk. If you have a brother, a sister, a father, a mother with type 2 diabetes, if you're not active, you're sedentary, you exercise less than a couple of times a week, if you have a history of having a baby more than 9 pounds, or probably you had gestational diabetes, you're a very high risk of developing diabetes. And all these people need to check themselves probably annually just to make sure that they don't have pre-diabetes or diabetes.
So other than genetics, what should people look out for, not only with risk factors, but also symptoms?
Absolutely. So the problem about diabetes, just like high blood pressure and other disorders, is that you don't have too many symptoms until your disorder is very uncontrolled. But if you're very thirsty, fatigued, you're gaining or losing weight, craving a lot of sugars, those are mainly the things. Going very frequently to the bathroom, urinating a lot, that should alarm you. Also, they get very thirsty. And those are the main symptoms for uncontrolled diabetes.
And we know there has been an Ozempic craze, people using the drug to help them lose weight, which led to a shortage and making it difficult with people who have diabetes that need that drug and being able to get to those semiglutide injection medications. So are we still seeing a shortage of Ozempic here in San Antonio? And what should people be aware of before taking the drug for weight loss?
Mm-hmm. So semaglutide, which is the component inside of Ozempic, is available in 3 forms. 2 are approved for diabetes. One is a tablet, and one is the injectable Ozempic that has been all over the media. And then one is called Wegovy, which is FDA approved for weight management, weight loss for obesity. So what the people need to know is there's still a little bit of a shortage, but it's getting a lot better. When we struggled the most was the months of November, December, January. But the company is pretty much resupplying all over the United States, and it was actually a global problem. But we are being able to get more of that medication. Also, if we see that the patient cannot get Ozempic, you can put them on the tablet, which is the same semaglutide, and that one doesn't have a shortage. So just call your doctor and they'll be able to give you a solution to the problem. There are also other weekly injectables that are from the same family and have about the same effects. And they can switch you to a different brand if you cannot find it. The only thing that we really want to bring awareness to the population that is really important is that in social media, we have seen this mock-up of semaglutide, which is like $25. We don't know where it's coming from. It's a powder. It's a reconstituted powder in a vial. Even some people, influencers, etc., have shown it in social media. We do not endorse it, and we do not recommend our patients to take it.
Well, thank you so much, Doctor, for your time. I know there's a lot of people with questions out there, but our viewers, you can watch this interview full later this morning on ksat.com.
Keep up to date with all of San Antonio's top news, weather, and so much more by clicking the like and subscribe buttons below. And once again, thanks for watching KSAT.